When I was young and Wouldn't It Be Nice came on the radio, I remember thinking how true it was. I had a girlfriend named Megan Karwatsky, and her father was in a Beach Boys cover band called the Land Sharks. I believe it was probably every kid's dream to not only live in their own place, but live with their crush or significant other. In 1990, the Beach Boys had left the top charts for a long time, but the effect of the music was still there. The song came from the Beach Boys album Pet Sounds, along with many other influential and notable songs. For me, it was certainly difficult to pick out my favorite song, so I will shortly discuss the songwriting of Pet Sounds, including lyrical themes and arrangements. Brian Wilson's genius can be credited for much of the album's content on Pet Sounds, but like all great artists, he had great writers to assist him in the creation of this historic album. Most of the songs on the album were written in December 1965 and January 1966. While most of the songs were composed with Tony Asher, various songs enlisted the help of other great songwriters. Bandmate and vocalist Mike Love is co-credited for writing Wouldn't It Be Nice, which is the opening song for the album. This song explains what the children of the U.S. were going through. Although the song is short, it is a very uplifting song that expresses the frustrations of the youth, what you can't have, and what you have to wait for. Another very popular song from that album is God Only Knows. This song was written and produced by Tony Asher and Brian Wilson, with younger brother Carl Wilson singing the lead vocals. It was the first pop song to use the word God in the title. This choice was an agonizing one on the part of Brian Wilson and Tony Asher, for fear of not getting airplay. God as a topic in a song could be looked at as too religious or too square at that time. It was really a daring move. Along with the Beatles' Revolver and other psychedelic albums, Pet Sounds was one of the first psychedelic rock masterpieces. With its use of artful experiments, psychedelic lyrics, new guitar sounds, organs, pianos, and other instruments that weren't being commonly used in those ways at that time, Pet Sounds made itself second to none in many people's eyes. It created worlds that only existed on tape, which wouldn't necessarily be duplicated on stage even with the help of an orchestra. The album promotes love and understanding in a time where it was needed very much. But while the Beatles were taking psychedelic drugs to look at the problems in the world around them, they made Brian Wilson reflect inward to his emotional longings and deep-seated self-doubts. With his wall of sound technique learned by his mentor, Phil Spector, Brian Wilson succeeded in making an album that has the potential to stand the test of time. It is even known that Brian Wilson named the album after the initials of his mentor, Phil Spector. It is not hard to see by listening to this album why it is one of the most influential albums of this day. I, as a musician and singer-songwriter, can learn a lot from these great artists. I would recommend anyone to give this album a listen, and I feel you can walk away from it with a life-changing experience. The music will definitely be in my life forever as a reference, motivational tool, and inspiring creation for use in future musical endeavors. Thank you for watching my podcast.